fotografía en mi pared, recordando aquel día, besándote, bailando contigo, perreando contigo.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Happy Empowerment Hour here on X Level Inc. I am truly excited to introduce you to one of my fabulous new friends, but I will tell you this, today we have an amazing megastar with us. We have Mark Tacher, who I'm so excited to say is now represented by X Level Inc. So welcome, Mark, to the show.
Hey, Xitlalt, thank you very much. So happy to be here. So happy to be in the Happy Empowerment Hour. This is good. This is good.
Okay, well, first let's toast.
To cheers.
Now, yes, that now you're a part of Team X Level. So we'll start with that. Oh, yes, with Pacifico.
I'm so honored. Yes, Cerveza Pacifica, you know it. I'm so honored to be part of this great company with this great goals that they have, that you have with all your team. You know, it's an amazing company that supports a lot of things besides the entertainment business. There's a whole industry like that X Level Inc. is supporting. So I'm very honored to be part of this great team. Believe me.
Ay, pues gracias. Well, cheers to you. And mira, no
cheers.
As my father always says, you have to take a sip. If not, it's bad luck. So I'm like, okay, we're going to make sure we're getting good luck. So Mark, for our US audience that doesn't know this, you're an award-winning actor, you're a musician, you're a guitarist, you do television hosting, you have done so many things, but above all are such a great human being. Oh, and I forgot one more, a producer as well. But you going back to, you're such a great human being. Tell me, did you always want to go into acting?
When I was young, I wanted to be a musician. I always dreamt about filling up the Wembley Stadium, you know, and you know, like having these live gigs all around the world, like trying to be this Bon Jovi-like or this Van Halen.
Yeah. That
right now we lost this god of rock.
I know.
No, and it's impressive how life takes this kind of a turnarounds, because I always wanted to be a musician since the age of 10. I grabbed my first guitar at the age of 10 in these like scouts camping sites where everybody like played the guitar in the fire pit, and we all burned marshmallows and sausages, and there were these two guys, these older guys, like 6-7 years older than me, that play the guitar in those fire pits. So I saw all the magic happening in front of my eyes, you know, in front of in nature wide, and also in front of the fire, and music was happening. So I became in love with the guitar in that moment. So I asked those guys to teach me some of that guitar, and I just grabbed one of those guitars, and I just fell in love, and I'm just hinged to the guitars. I'm a guitar player. I'm a guitar collector. You know, I love music, and it's amazing, and it's, for me, it was my dream.
So speaking of music, do you have a favorite song?
I have lots and lots of beautiful songs. Like my favorite classic piece, I think I can assure you, it's this Adagio for Strings from Barber, from Samuel Barber. That's my favorite classical piece. But as in, I'm a heavy metal lover, you know, a progressive metal lover. And right now, one of the bands that it's like killing me, it's Pain of South Asian. One of the songs that it's called Meaningless. It's so beautiful, so chaotic, but at the same time so beautiful, that gives you know this kind of a duality. If what he's saying, it can get a core to your life also, and but with the passion that he's saying it, and what the meaning of the subtext of the, you know, of the lyrics is so amazing, so profound, and so full of ideas. So
Well, that's really interesting. Well, I know you were talking about metal, but the other thing is that I know about you as well is that you studied under Maestro Oscar Samano, who I know he studied under Pavarotti. So there's also a love of opera. Tell us a little bit about that, because to go from one extreme to the other, not everybody can do that. A lot of people are just into one lane. It seems to me like you have a duality, and that's a beautiful quality to appreciate all types of music.
Well, oh, thank you very much. Well, yes, Oscar Samano. It continues to be my teacher. Any now and then, I can still study singing in the classic way, and it's because I don't know, but in the meantime, I had a band, a rock band, and I was playing along in the streets of Mexico City, in any other bar at the age of 15, so responsible of ours. but it was our age, and it was that era, right? And the thing is that in some moment I needed to learn more about singing, because I just started singing because I wanted to.
Right.
I didn't have any kind of idea, or I didn't know that you have to study for that. You had to study for that. So I just began to learn the classical way. My first teacher was Lili de Migueles, and she taught me in the classical way. So I always searched for that kind of lessons, because I admire this, and I would love to sing like these rock singers, that they like, I don't know, they are abnormal for me, because they are so great. That vocal capacity is so amazing. But at the same time, when you see Pavarotti or Franco Corelli, or when you see, all those brilliant guys, Ramon Vargas and Placido, and all those guys, you realize that it's so difficult that it seems so easy to make.
Right.
So that was the thing that I was amazed. Yeah, I was amazed that these guys just open their mouths and can fill a complete theater without microphones.
Right.
Whoa. Yeah. That's amazing. How do you do that, man?
Exactly. I remember that you did theater, though, on stage before, and you've done several great, productions that have been on there, but you've also done the telenovela, and you've also done TV series. So tell us, what do you prefer, to be on stage or in front of a camera?
I think it's a different moment, because being on stage, to be alive, it's to be like, anything could happen, anything can happen, anything will happen.
Right.
So the great thing about theater, about the stage, is that you're living the moment as it is, with your problems, with your life, with everything that you have going on in your head. So you have to be capable of making this kind of transition to try and embrace the character. So so your life doesn't overwhelm you.
Right.
So it's so difficult to make theater because of that. And then again, if I'm going to stage, to a theater play, something like that, if I'm going into the theater, it's because I love the play. It's because I love being that character, or I wished always to do that theater play. Sometimes in television or in movies, sometimes the character will somehow like live, but it depends on editing. It depends on on a camera, on the filming, on the lens, and in theater it depends
just solely on you.
And your partners in the play, right?
Right. No, definitely. The whole cast, it has to be an ensemble and carrying each other's energy all the way through. So on that note, do you ever have to overcome something on stage that you're like, oh my gosh, and yet you recuperated so quickly?
Oh yeah, we were rehearsing Macbeth one time, and it was pretty. It was pretty dark. Well, that play is pretty dark, and we were rehearsing, and how they say, right? That this is the damn play from Shakespeare,
Right.
and a lot of things happen in rehearsals that we had to cancel. Well, the king just fell off like 60 stairs.
Oh my God.
This old stairway. He just fell off, and he was like just going to the bathroom, and that was one of the accidents that happened. But like to recuperate, no, that was canceled.
No, yes. Oh, I'm sure. And I know it breaks your heart, but it's just part of the production. Like you said, it relies on everybody pulling together to do that. So on that note of production, you have recently opened your own production company, which I'm so excited to help you with as well. Yes. Yay. We're going to be ready.
Yeah, it's so it's so joyful. So joyful. I just hang up a call with my partners over there in California, and we're so happy that a lot of projects are moving inside X-Level Inc. also. So it's incredible that we're having a lot of content for you also to offer to your different clients. And that's amazing, because there's a lot of content with a lot of ideas with this Latinx community kind of thinking, this way of thinking, that it's growing and growing in the United States, and even between the border of Mexico and the United States. So it's great to see how these communities, how these people, it's starting to merge. Even there's a wall, or even there's no bridge, or even you have, the cultures have to merge, because we're twin cultures.
Exactly.
Definitely.
No, almas gemelas, ¿verdad? So at the end of the day, and I think that's also what I love about what we're doing together, is we're bridging the U.S. market with the Latin American market because of all the success as well that you've had as well. But unfortunately, here in the U.S., sometimes, as you were saying, those haven't been bridged together. So you can bring the best of both worlds and really grow it to something. I think we're going to inspire so many. And on that note, tell us or tease us a little bit about one project that you're so excited about. I don't want you to go into the whole thing, but just what inspired maybe an idea for you.
Well, I think the inspiring idea is to bring those cultures together. Right. So all the content that we're trying to make and trying to enhance with such marvelous of writers that we have is trying, like I said, trying to merge this culture. So there's one project that it's about this guy that was born in East LA, that he's a soccer star, that he's a great human being, but that he was born in so much how do you say, like bad omens in his life, right? When he's going with his little brother back from a game that he won with his school, his father dies in an accident. So his uncle, that he now is living the American dream, this uncle forgets about his roots, but he has to take them in, right? Even though he doesn't want to, because as he forgets his roots, he also forgets what's the Latinos kind of way is, So he started living another kind of culture, another kind of way of thinking. Right. So he forgot where he came from. Right. He has to take them in. He takes them to North Carolina, and he has to put them in the same school as his daughter, right? Mm-hmm. So there's it's like St. Gerard's, I think it's called, a great, one of the best schools in soccer where they really take a look for the U.S. Olympic team and everything. Right. It's like that kind of school. Wow. So those kids has to enter there, and they begin to suffer from racism, from not inclusion, because they have a lot of things that they are not common in North Carolina, and they begin this clash of cultures that will leave this guy in the one of the best soccer teams in school, trying to pursue his American dream, that is trying to get their family together, their traditions together, and also be part of the American culture, because he is so proud of being American,
Right.
that he knows America deserves better. So
Right.
he always pursues in the meantime, where he finds love, and where he finds a lot of problems and fist fighting and family problems, he pursues to be in the U.S. Olympic team.
Wow.
And try to merge this Mexican American culture in game.
And I love what you're saying, because again, it goes to our mission statement. I know your personal mission statement. So I'm just curious, what inspires your creativity? Where do you draw your
Hard work.
Right.
I think hard work. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I think
do you get inspired by something, or is it just naturally comes to you?
I think creativity comes from 10% of inspiration and 90% of transpiration.
Mm.
So you have to work and work and work the idea. We were right now with my partners. We were hopping on a new project that one of the writers sent us, and we have to you have to keep on reading and reading and reading,
Right.
and then at one moment, I don't know, one moment, one idea it gets into you.
Right.
But where do you get the ideas? I think you have to live. You have to go out and live. Not right now in this pandemic situation, of course, not right now. But yeah, you need to travel, and travel by bus, and travel by truck, and travel by train, and travel by plane, and travel by car, and travel by foot. You have to do all those kind of things. You have to try and and rest at nature, but also scream at a concert, and try to live a lot of experiences that could make you bring those kind of ideas, or those mixture, like dreams. When you dream that you have a lot of images in disorder, but when you wake up, you make that thing like logical.
Right.
Well, the same thing happens, I think, with the ideas. There's a lot of information in your head that if you're concentrating on living the moment, you will have. So that information will help you, in this world of ideas, to get better concepts.
No, definitely. So would you say that you're a very disciplined person?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I'm really disciplined. Yeah.
Did not sound very
Yeah.
good.
Sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah. Sometimes I'm so like schematic, I think you can say.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm so like that I cannot move from my stand. But
Right.
it's amazing. I have everything on my calendar. Like I don't have a diary, but I have a calendar that looks like a diary.
Well, good. Well, you know what? Whatever works, that's fine. I know we've talked about that before. So yes, thank you for bringing that one up again. Right.
But I think my place of resting, it's like my temple, and I don't know if everybody thinks that, because I don't know. Well,
I would agree
that's
with
the
you.
thing.
Like for me, my home is my sanctuary. So there's something very special about surrounding yourself and making your home feel like you, and adding that energy into your space. I just think that's just something to keep serene, and where if you need to, you can close the doors or you can open them. I don't know. That's just the way I personally am when it comes to it. So I completely agree with that.
Yeah, maybe that would be surprising about me, that because I'm so like
The headbanger,
that I'm so like I love to rest at my house.
Yeah.
That at my space that I don't care about outside sometimes.
Right.
Maybe that's something.
Well, no, it makes complete sense. But I have to tell you, so with COVID going on, has that been normal for you, or has it been something that you really miss something because of social distancing?
Yeah. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I cannot believe we're in a pandemic situation.
Right.
It's amazing that we're still in this situation, that we're living this. And yeah, I miss, like, like walking. I love to walk.
Yeah.
So I love walking outside. I miss going to restaurants and shake hands with people, with a lot of people that I know as waiters and general managers, and that we're friends because of a long time, and being like peaceful and calm with your family at dinners, or be close to those that you love.
Right.
That's one thing that I cannot understand, that you cannot say hello as you always do to the people that you love. And now you have to like shook elbows.
Yes.
That's
weird.
weird.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I feel like a Thai fighting character from a video game.
Yes, you have your kung fu moves ready for the next one, right?
Yeah, that's right. So I miss that part of life. I think right now I miss that part of life, but also gave me this opportunity of being creative in another kind of way that I never realized I had inside of me.
Right. No, definitely. And actually, that's how we met, was because I was down enough that it was all during COVID, which is wonderful. And I just remember, like, our first conversation, I think lasted like an hour on the phone, and we were laughing the entire time, but we had the time to do it because normally we wouldn't have had that much time, unfortunately, with the way that life happens. So
yeah, and the way was going, right? Like, stop this train, I want to go down.
Right.
And it happened.
Right.
Incredible, but yeah, it happened. Like, the world stopped itself, like, and stopped us and stopped everything. Like, hold your horses.
Right. So on that note, I know for myself what I've learned, but I'm curious, have you learned anything during COVID about yourself that you said that you've gone introspectively or something like that you have discovered?
Yeah. I will really spend my time with the people I care, the people I love.
Right.
Yeah, I will spend time with them. My time, I will spend it with the most important people in my world.
Right.
So yeah, I'm learning, like, how to appreciate being with the people that you love, and also not being with those that you don't want to, just for commitment or for,
Right.
No, you don't do that.
Yes.
Don't compromise your peace.
Oh, I
never
love
ever.
That's like a tweetable moment for everybody. So don't compromise your peace. I love what it says because it's so true. And thank you for stating that, because I think that that's actually one of the lessons that I learned, is to slow down and appreciate who you want to speak to, whether it be on the phone or in person or different things like that. And that your time is valuable. It's the most precious thing we have is our time. So it's how are you spending it and with whom? Because as we both talk all the time, it's all energy. So how are you surrounding yourself with that? And on that note of energy, you have to be one of the most positive people I know, and literally will just send a text that just, like, I swear I see you like dancing when you're doing that. Yes. Yes, you are the peace guy. Yes, exactly. When we're doing this. So tell me, where do you draw that from? Do you meditate? Do you yoga? Like, what is your secret sauce? If there is one.
You put some ketchup, then mustard, then some mayonnaise. That's it. It's like, and you make all the swirling with a French fry.
Exactly.
And I think it's part of me. It's part of my family. I think it's part of my dad's also. My brothers also have it. My mother also has it. It's like, it's kind of a vibe that comes from the things that you love, that you appreciate, and you love all the things that you do. So whenever it's, you may be tired, you may be in a bad moment, because there's a lot of bad moments. I think there's more bad moments than happy moments in your life, because every time that you remember a happy moment, you smile again.
Right.
So I think there are so few in life. I think few in a life, There's so few in life that when you remember them again, it's again makes you laugh, and makes you smile again. That memory. Right. So, beside all those bad moments and everything, when when it's on, it's on. You know, it's when
Yeah.
it is so gratifying
Right.
to do what you love in life. That even though it happened me as an accident because I wanted to be a musician, but then I was working on a TV network here in Mexico, and they opened the acting career inside the network. So I started acting because I loved arts,
Yes.
and look at me, 26 years later.
Right.
So that's the thing, because I began at 70 years old. Now I'm 43,
Uh-huh.
and it's incredible. It's incredible how life changes. But also, I understood that this was a path I was meant to take.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, the artistic path.
Right.
I studied veterinary. I studied marketing. I studied a lot of things, but no, this is my, my.
This speaks to your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love to express myself as an actor, or trying to be as an actor, but to express myself.
No, you are a very good actor expressing yourself. And it's interesting you said, because that's actually, I'll never forget that. When my mother asked me, she goes, "Are you sure you want to leave your corporate job and all these other things they have going for you?" When I decided to, I literally said, my soul is yelling at me right now, saying, I have to do this. And I think when you truly have a passion for what you're going to do, you're going to pursue it no matter what. But sometimes, as you stated, you have to take the road less traveled, or in your case, get lucky and just have that ride the right way and just take that train ride to success, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
And so they're doing.
And that fits your mojo.
Oh,
That's the
absolutely.
mojo. That fits the mojo. Yeah.
Yes, no, definitely. And on that note, so tell me, what goals do you have in the next 6 months? If you have a goal in the next 6 months, what do you want to do?
Well, in the next 6 months, well, right now I'm shooting a Netflix series for Latin America
Yes.
right now, but I'm finishing this in a couple of months. But
Yeah.
for the next 6 months, I think the goal is to have my O1 visa, so I could work in the United States,
Yes.
get up there, and try to open a breach, to find a breach where I can fit in,
Yeah.
where I can hop on and try to prove myself
Right.
that I'm right for the job, as always,
Right.
because I'm always proving myself that I deserve what I'm doing, because of the effort that I put in it, and the love and my heart that I put in it. So it's always a challenge for me. Every day, every morning, it's always a challenge for me, to beat myself.
Right.
So I think that's the goal for the next 6 months. It's just to be there, try to prove myself that I'm worthy for that market, because I would love to be on that market. It was my dream since I was a kid, also to be, as an actor, and to have an Oscar. And, I promised that to my mother. I cannot fail.
No.
So,
and tell your mom I'm going to help you the entire way. We're just going to say that XL Ink is your yellow brick road. Remember that in the whole Wizard of Oz? So we're just going to say, we're bringing on the yellow brick road, and then we're going to go there and say, it was always within you the entire time. Don't worry. There's no place like home.
Yeah, there's no place like home. Yeah, that's right.
Remember, it's an X. We're a cross section between Mexico and los Estados Unidos, and we're going to be fine. So yes. So you just have to remember that on your Oscar speech. And we have this here recorded. So when you do your Oscar speech, you can say, "Yes, Mom, I did it. And Xitlalt helped me the entire way."
Oh, my God. Bless you. Amen.
Okay. So
That's the word, girl. That's the word, girl.
Completely. We're ready. We're going to get that gold statue. We're going to put it right there. Okay. Now we just have to figure out how you're going to be able to get me a little mini version to say, "Here, thank you." And I'm just kidding. Sí, no, definitivamente. So, okay, because I know we're going to have to go here in a little bit, but before we go, we're always talking about the happy empowerment hour and leaving somebody with a piece of advice. So I'm curious, to your younger self or to someone in the audience, what piece of advice do you wish someone had given you when you started your career? I know I gave you something to really think about. in Ponce? I'll take a sip of champagne while you're doing that.
It's a real nice question.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of marvelous advices from my father.
Yeah.
That said to me one time, if I knew that world, I would help you with everything I have, but I don't know anything.
Right.
Just keep on going.
Yeah.
Another great advice, I will get to that, but another great advice that I had from one of my best friend's father was when I began in working in telenovelas. He told me and looked me in the eye. He is a very reserved person. He never talked too much. He looked me in the eye and he told me, "You just found your place. Keep on going."
Wow.
And but one, I think one of the best advices that I got before being an actor. I was working as a TV host at 17 years old in Televisión Azteca, working for Nintendo.
Yes.
And the main host of the show was a partner of Nintendo in a publicity house here in Mexico, and they had a lot of businesses. Also, this show where I was invited to be part of the hosting staff. So this main host, we were there like 2 years, I think, and they were opening the acting career inside Televisión Azteca. And I found him in the parking lot. This guy, we were entering, to rehearse or something like that. I found him. "Hey, Goose, how are you?" Not rest in peace. This guy, he was brilliant, creative, brilliant, and we were talking about the show and everything, and I told him, I don't know why, because of the confidence and everything that guy always gave us. And I told him about the theater school that they were opening, the theater career that they were opening in Televisión Azteca. He stopped me and took me by the shoulders.
Wow.
And he said, "Do it.
Oh.
Do it.
Wow.
You don't want to be here. You don't want to be a host. You're a musician. You're an artist.
Right.
Do it." And in that moment, I remember I turned around, went to the offices that I needed to go, and I enrolled myself in the career.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. Well, thank God you had that clear direction, because I think, and sometimes I think, at least I'm guilty of it at times, you can't get out of your own head, and it requires somebody holding you by the shoulders to do that. We're going to call them angels that sometimes say, "Go and do this." I think that is how blessed are you to have had those amazing experiences. So I won't hold you by the shoulders, but I will say you will get an Oscar. I have that much faith in you, and you're going to do it. And I do want to say, I know that with your father's passing, may he rest in peace. But I need you to know, I know, is so proud of you, and I am sure you have an angel watching over you who probably is probably guiding you more. And for all we know, probably the reason that we're all talking here today, because he is saying, "This is what I do know, son, and go follow this. Go follow your dream, and you're going to make it." Because I really have faith in things like that. That's why I see my abuelita, who I was very, very close to, that also passed away. So
yes,
we both have our little angels watching over us. No, definitivamente. Well, I will tell you this. I am so grateful to you, to your time, to your laughter, but above all, your energy. I mean, you truly know how to light up a room, and I think you already know that. So, so you know
it's
that
because of this. It's because of this. Look, it's because of this. It's because.
Of course it is. Yes. And that's what we love about you, is that you always have that great sense of humor, bringing that to the table. So, gracias, Mark. Te lo aprecio completamente tu tiempo. So, gracias. Ves, si hablé un poco en español. No. Yes, that's an inside joke. We'll tell you about that one later in another show in the future that we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I know. But everyone, thank you again for joining us today on the Happy Empowerment Hour with X-Level Inc. Please be sure to subscribe because you never know what fabulous friends you're going to meet, such like Mark today, because I know he inspired you. He's reminding you and to always believe in yourself. And you might not need somebody to shake your shoulders, but I hope that he inspired you to think inwardly today. So without further ado, thank you, Mark. Bye.
Thank you very much.